Flash has been a mainstay technology for keeping programs in microcontrollers and saving configuration values in analog devices. But now it's time for alternatives to come to market. We've been talking to Kobe Hannock from Weebit Nano to find out more about ReRAM. Hi Kobe, we're here at the Weebit Nano stand. Now I've walked past and seen this logo so many times and been really curious to find out more. What is Weebit Nano all about?
Weebit Nano develops a non-volatile memory technology called ReRAM, resistive RAM. We're very happy now with the technology is working. We've already qualified it at many levels, including AEC-Q 100, which basically shows it can withstand very high temperatures for a long period of time, etc. So on the technology side, we have a very robust technology. We've also been making very good commercial progress and recently closed some very significant deals with companies like onsemi and Texas Instruments. Yeah, very exciting times for us.
Now we'll come back to those commercial deals in a moment, but before I'd like to get more into some of the technical details. Now, non-volatile memory, most people know that as flash. That's something that's kept me busy for several decades now. What's wrong with flash in microcontrollers and other products that need to store information for a long time?
Yeah. So non-volatile memory, by the way, for whoever doesn't know, is the memory that doesn't lose contents when you unplug it from power. And flash is the existing technology that everyone is using, but it's been around for decades, literally decades. And it's been hitting the wall on many fronts. So our ReRAM technology is much faster, orders of magnitude faster, lower power consumption, much better endurance. It has a long list of advantages over flash. I would say the two most important ones are you can go down to the small geometries. As you know, now NVIDIA is pushing it to the 5.3, 2 nanometer level, etc. A lot of advanced designs are going below 22. Flash gets stuck at 28, so that's a big advantage. And there's also a little advantage called cost, which we're actually much cheaper to manufacture than flash, and that always helps.
And of course, Weebit Nano, we should also highlight for some of our viewers, is not a company that makes memory products. You're an IP, an intellectual property developer. So you're selling this technology to others who are going to integrate it.
Yeah, so we're actually licensing the technology, to be exact. We have two types of customers. We have the fabs, the manufacturers, that we give them a manufacturing license, and we help them understand how to manufacture this technology. That's kind of a technology transfer process, so we get manufacturing license fees from them. And then there's the fabless companies that take a design license so that they can integrate a module with our technology into their system on a chip, and then they go to the foundry to manufacture.
Now there's a few technical challenges that people face with flash, especially in microcontrollers, which is sort of more my domain. And one of those is that normally I would need to erase a whole block of memory in order to be able to write any part of that again. How is ReRAM different from that?
Yeah. So ReRAM is bit addressable. That's one of the big advantages of ReRAM. You can go directly to the bit that you want to access, to write to, and just write to that bit. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, in flash, you read a whole block, you change bits, and you write. That's very slow, that's very power hungry. Yeah. That's a key reason why we are so much more efficient on energy and speed with that. And of course, being bit addressable enables you to do a lot of nice tricks that you can't do with flash. I mean, the most obvious and simple one is 50% of the time, whatever you're writing into the bit is already there, so you can just avoid the write completely, and you're already increasing endurance and speed and everything.
Yeah. One of the other challenges with flash is that you sort of need a lot of extra circuitry around it for charge pumps and things like that. So is that also part of what ReRAM needs to work?
No, it's very simple. We work at much lower voltages. The technology is really significantly simpler than flash. We also just add two mask layers, so really very simple to manufacture. That's what makes it also cheaper to manufacture. So yeah, it's definitely a lot of, you mentioned an application, and I'll give you a list of must-have reasons why ReRAM is better than flash.
And one of the other things as well is weight states. I've always had to, especially when the processor gets very fast, you have to add some weight states so that you can not exceed the capabilities of the flash memory. I mean, how much is ReRAM faster than flash as well?
Significantly faster. I mean, we're talking about almost 2 orders of magnitude faster. So you don't have that type of issue with ReRAM.
Now, on the technology side, one last question. It's ReRAM. The RE stands for resistive. I mean, how can we understand how that functions?
So in the most simplistic way, and really the team would kill me for describing it this way, but basically between 2 metal layers in the back end, we have a porous material. When you apply voltage in one direction, ions basically go in and form a short circuit, low resistivity, and that's a logical one. You apply voltages in the other direction, and the ions will be separating. You have basically an open, high resistivity, and that's a logical 0.
Now you've got some commercial successes which you've been sharing with people this year at Embedded World. Mm-hmm. Who's actually taken on them ReRAM, and what sort of products will we be able to see in the coming year?
So we're actually now licensing to more and more companies. The more recent ones, I guess DB High-Tech is already old news, but it's a very important one as well. And more recently it was onsemi and TI that have licensed us. Obviously they are IDM, so they have their own products, and you can already understand what kind of products, with onsemi and power management, etc. We also have already fabless companies that have been licensing the technology and already started to design with our technology embedded into their system on a chip. And more recently, actually, the stuff that is happening is ReRAM naturally lends itself to AI. It's a great technology to enable AI, specifically on the in-memory compute. And so you actually, we have now many companies calling us up on that. We set up a new AI division in the company, and we're going to be providing an AI solution. So we're expecting to have AI customers this year already.
Well, it's been great talking to you and finding out all the technological details behind ReRAM. Kobi, thanks very much for your time.
Well, thank you.